I'd also like to welcome back a regular guest to Simply Wellbeing, Reece Carter. Reece is a naturopath and he's going to give us some tips on how to stay well this winter. Hello, Reece.
Hi, Briony. Thanks for having me.
It's good to have you back, and you're
It's good
such
to be back.
a herb expert. So tell us, what can we take to prevent us getting sick this winter?
Okay, so that's I'm starting to see a lot of people turn up in clinic with the winter sniffles, so this is probably a really good time to talk about this topic.
Yeah.
The best way to do it and the easiest way for people to do it at home is probably food as medicine. So all of the herbs that we actually use for immune stimulation and antiviral type activity are things that you can come across in the kitchen fairly easily. So things like garlic, things like thyme. Thyme is actually a really strong antibacterial. So if you've got a bit of a sore throat, making a gargle like a tea is great.
Okay.
Otherwise, if it asks for 2 cloves of garlic in a soup, throw in 6. You know what I mean? Just increase those doses to actually get a herbal therapeutic dose. The other thing that is so simple and is especially good for families is if you make an extract of some of those herbs. So throw in a bit of ginger, a bit of garlic, some thyme into a jar, cover it in apple cider vinegar, and just leave it in a dark place out of sunlight for about 3 weeks, and then strain it off, and you've got a great little winter tincture just to take about a tablespoon of each day.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a great idea,
So easy,
isn't it?
and it's good because a lot of the liquid herbal extracts will contain alcohol, but you can make your own out of the apple cider vinegar, and that way the whole family can have it.
That's a great idea. And when you to go back on the gargle, can you drink it as well, or is it just more of a gargle to...
You can drink it as well, yeah. So swallow it down. So obviously, if you gargle it, you're keeping, especially if it's a sore throat, you're keeping that activity right there on the throat, but swallowing it's good as well. The other thing I do for sore throats is actually make lozenges, and I actually just put a video up just recently on my blog of how to make a licorice and ginger lozenge.
Oh, well, you'll tell me about it, because I actually saw the photos coming up on my Facebook feed, and they looked amazing, or Instagram or something.
They are. They're actually a bit yummy. You know, they were set up as a medicine, but I can't help myself from just having one every now and again. They're almost like toffee, so you really do just make a strong tea of the herbs. So I use ginger and licorice, which are great. They're really soothing for the throat and also increase circulation. So more white blood cells are getting there to fight the infection.
So when you say licorice, what are they
Licorice
using?
root. So you can actually buy that from a health food store really easily. It's not expensive.
Okay.
It's kind of like a white chaff almost. So it's so it is a root, and you just basically make a tea of that and fresh ginger. Lid on, boil it for about 10 minutes, and then strain it. And then you you double the volume of whatever water you've got, double the volume with brown sugar, and kind of make a toffee, and then just pop it into molds. So it can be an ice tray, it can be chocolate molds from the kitchen shop. Let that cool, and then pop them out, and you've got your lozenges.
How good's that?
So good. And if you really want to kind of increase the therapeutics, I also put about a tablespoon of manuka honey in, because you probably know as well through nutrition that manuka is chock-a-block full of antimicrobial and soothing type properties.
And do you have to use sugar, or can you use something else?
You do have to use sugar
for the toffee effect,
to make a toffee effect. And I always think, though, if you're sick, you know what, you can excuse a little bit of sugar. Yeah,
and I mean could be something that my 3-year-old, nearly 4-year-old would take.
Yeah, for sure. They're really sweet and really, really tasty. So kids do like them as well. They taste like lollies, but you know that they're getting the medicine. Yeah.
Oh, she'll be taking that. And just quickly, what about younger babies? Because I know I've got a few friends that have got kids at childcare and everything.
Sure.
Is there anything that they can do?
I usually don't recommend herbal medicine under about 12 months, just because they're so vital that babies respond really well just to nutritional tweaking. Yeah. But over 12 months, you can start to use really soft versions of herbal medicine. So make a tea and let it cool down. Yeah. Let it cool down quite a bit. Again, you can sweeten it with a little bit of manuka if you want, and give it to them that way. I also know practitioners who use poultices. So they might crush up a bit of a garlic and then wrap it in cheesecloth and then just put it on the sole of their foot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so really gentle way. Almost like when your grandmother would put Vicks on your chest. Yeah. You can actually absorb some of those.
So you can just wrap the garlic up and put it for the feet.
Yeah, wrap it up nicely in cheesecloth. Otherwise, it can burn if there's sensitive skin.
Okay.
But it's a lot better than swallowing it on a sensitive young tummy.
Wow, that's really interesting. So I think that's all we've got time for.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
We need you back soon.
I'll be back.
We'll develop new problems.
Yeah.
So where can people get more information about you and your blog?
Okay, so if you jump on www.reececarter.com.au, all of my videos are on there, as well as a bit of information about my practice in Prahran.
Cool. Thank you, Reece.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you
I'll
so
see you
much.
next time.
All right.